This is our V1 Tech plexiglass acrylic wall art poster. It's shatterproof, it's very difficult to break, very strong material, and it looks absolutely incredible. And the reason for that is it's got basically a 3mm or 1/8 inch thickness of clear coat. It starts as a raw, clear piece of material that the graphic is then printed directly to the back in reverse. And so there's no air gap compared to a poster behind like a glass frame, for example. And so you get this very crisp, high resolution image that is very vibrant. And the benefit of this over say, a metal poster is you can backlight it. The way I like to mount these without the light box, especially if you're not near an outlet, is we like to use these command strips. So these peel and stick command strips, they're damage free to your wall, and they make it real easy to rearrange your art and remove it and put it up wherever you like. When you get an acrylic from us, it's either gonna have a clear protective film like this one or a blue protective film, just depending on what we have in stock. So this material right here, you can see, has a blue protective film that when it's removed, showcases a beautiful, vibrant graphic. And that's what that looks like, so you just throw that away. Sometimes they do come pre-peeled, but it's very rare. That might just be for printing purposes. But the majority of the time, it will have a protective film that's either clear or blue. The blue's a lot easier to see, but the clear one does make it a little bit more dull. So you should be able to notice that this is on there, and you just take that off. One of the cool things about this acrylic material is it will last forever. If you ever get any scratches trying to transport this in any way, you can use a Novus polish and scratch remover kit with a microfiber cloth to buff out anything, and it will always look like new. So these are very easy to clean, just like glass, and they will last you a very long time, if not forever. Every sale does support the artist directly that makes the graphic. If you don't see something you like on our website, you can upload your own graphic or create your own graphic and upload it to our site. You can commission an artist, or you can even upload photos. So we've seen a lot of people order wedding photography, pictures of their family members, graduation, pictures of their pets, and all kinds of wonderful photographs. No matter what you get, it's always gonna be more beautiful on this plexiglass material. We make these hardwood frames here in Dallas, Texas. The unique thing about this frame is it's actually double-sided. So we have a plexi on both sides. We actually opted to give you a mystery plexi for free with every purchase of a frame because we need one as a bounce sheet in the back. So you need a white sheet in the back of the frame to make it look like this, to give it that brightness. So the way it works is we have an addressable LED light strip all the way around the perimeter, put into a deep shadow box. So it's gonna be all the way in the back, and the white from this acrylic is actually bouncing light forward. And we could have gone with just a foam board or something cheap to create that bounce, but we figured it would add an increased value if we gave you a mystery acrylic poster included with the frame. To reuse a different image for the backside, you can do that. You can buy two pieces and flip the frame based on which one you want. Or let's say you have it inside of an area in your home where it's sitting on a desk like this or a ledge that's open. You can put one of these in there and both sides will have a different image for your viewing pleasure. And these are very easy to mount. We include a mounting template with 2 screws, and it just hangs by the edge of the frame here. So you have a cleat that's basically built in to the thickness where we've deferred the frame inside on both the front and the back side. Not only does this give some depth and looks amazing for the frame, the quality, but you are able to use it functionally as a cleat as well. And that was an intention behind this design. We've also created it so it gives it a buffer for the slot to be very sturdy, so you're not going to accidentally break this top piece. You can also see in the corners, you have a very tight corner, so there's no light leaking, unlike a traditional snap frame. We've used those in the past. The tolerance on those is not very good, and so we decided instead of opting to order those from China, we've created something very intentional and very exact for you here in the USA, tariff-free. The lighting can actually be controlled using this inline controller. There's a setting for mode up or mode down to change the color or mode. In the middle, you have speed options to change the speed of each setting. And you can also adjust the brightness up and down. You can also use this to turn it off and on. The benefit to a inline controller over a RF controller or app-based controller is going to be that you can set each frame that you have to the exact setting you would like and keep it there. If you have other RF devices in your home or other frames, say you have multiple of these on a wall, they're going to interact differently based on which remote you use, where it's pointed. It's very difficult to align them all exactly the same. However, with the controller, they don't interfere with each other, so they stay exactly where you want them at all times. And so this has been the best solution for controlling the lights in this frame. Now, if you want to have it be cordless, we actually have enough room in the frame where you can put a battery power bank and the cable inside the middle of the frame. That way you can have it be cordless and you just charge it up when you want to. A single 10,000 milliamp battery will last almost a day with how little these lights use power. The USB, we also include in the box a AC outlet for your USB, so if you want to plug it into a regular outlet, you can do so. But of course, that gives you that versatility, the USB on the end being the default, and this being an additional accessory. I've seen people power these on using their computers, their laptop, in the car, through a cigarette lighter, so many different ways. And it really makes it easy for you guys to be able to take this and put it wherever you'd like very easily. If you do want to have your frame in a place where you can't reach, we recommend getting a smart USB outlet. This will have Amazon Alexa or Google voice controls where you could set it up through the app. That way you could turn it on and off wherever it's placed. I would just recommend setting it to the last mode that you want it to turn back on with if you plan to turn it on and off that way. You can run like a USB extension or an actual 3-pin ARGB extension so the controller is somewhere more reachable. If you'd like to do that, you can also use a 3-pin 5-volt RGB splitter if you'd like to connect multiple frames to just one controller. Links for all of those are going to be in the description. If you're curious if our frame works with another plexiglass or acrylic poster from another company or artist, most of the times it will be. Anything that's 24 inch by 16 inches plus or minus a 1/4 inch on each side will fit in this frame. For thickness, anything from 0 millimeters to 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch will also work in our frame. Well, my name is Hassan. I'm the CEO and founder of V1 Tech. I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to get a frame or a plexiglass print from us, please see the link in the description or just go to v1tech.com, and we hope we can deliver something beautiful and make your home uniquely your own today.